Well, good morning, my XRP army, my tribe, everybody out there in YouTube land. Hope you had a great weekend. Mine was filled with a special service at my church for Charlie Kirk. And by the way, I've been seeing a lot of interesting things happening around the world. Marches of young people in Seoul, Korea, and in England somewhere. The estimates were between 1 million and 3 million and 5 million people marching in England. If any of you are in England, let me know what you saw, heard, felt about that. One side's trying to say it was about immigration. The other side was saying it's about Charlie Kirk. It's probably a mixture of the both. But if you're out there, let me know. Drop a comment down below and tell us all what was going on. It was a pretty big deal in England. That's a lot of people. 1 million people is a lot of people. 5 million is an insane amount of people. It really is. What's going on with XRP? Yeah, it's going up, and everything's going up, and it's going back down a little bit, and it's moving and all that kind of good stuff, right? Moved all my important crypto bags back over to the Treasure. I'm gonna do a video about that. Really feel a lot more comfortable now. So the important thing for me to relate at this moment, other than the let's just call it a revival happening here in the US, probably around the world, is the printing of US dollars. If you look back through history at all of the collapses of empires, they're all precluded by certain indicators. The biggest indicator, in my opinion, is the debasement of the currency. The United States is in the process of doing that. We've got $37 trillion worth of debt. Every less than 90 days now, we are printing another trillion. And that's accelerating. When the confidence in the US dollar goes away, so does everything that is valued in paper that's attached to that trust in that dollar goes away. And those who will benefit will be those that have currencies that are outside of that system that are healthy, or they have assets. They have, during the collapse in France, it was food. People who had food could become wealthy. Farmers. People who had reserves of gold and silver. Things that were other than the paper currency that was collapsing. During the Black Death in Europe, it was labor. There was between it was 50 years, they lost half the population of Europe. There was no one to do any labor, so labor became very valuable. And if you were healthy and strong, you could charge a premium for your labor. And then if you were smart with your money, you could make that money, turn that money into a lot of wealthy things. My whole point behind that is that XRP cannot be debased. Sure, someone can get into the system and they can create more of it, but what does that do? That causes everyone can see it. Everyone can see that there's more than there should be. And faith in it will be lost very rapidly. I don't think they're going to do that. Number one, they won't need to do it for a long time because of the releases, and the price is going to soar, which is another thing. It's funny. I guess that's kind of what made me bring up the marches in England. The estimates are from 1 to 5 billion. I mean, that's a pretty broad discrepancy in counting. But where was I going with that? I don't know. Yeah, the debasement. Oh yeah, where I was going with that. You can't debase XRP. Excuse me. Not without people knowing it immediately. It's going to be on the blockchain, and it's going to show up, and it's going to be a discrepancy, and it will lose confidence almost instantly. My opinion. There's a lot of fools out there, probably rush along with it, but a whole lot of people are going to lose faith in it, and then it's going to lose its value. So I think, personally, I believe, this is not financial advice, I'm not a financial advisor, I believe XRP can be a store of value against inflation. I'll say that again. XRP can be a store of value against inflation, the same as Bitcoin can. And if there is a dollar crisis, people can flood to XRP to get away from the US dollar and get into something more tangible, less inflatable, and that will drive the prices up dramatically. So that's what the England estimates brought me around to, was the estimates of XRP and how high it's going to go, and the timelines. They're all over the place, and everybody uses justifications. They'll say, oh my gosh, it's $5 by the end of this year. Another one will say $10,000 by the end of this year. And it's an incredible discrepancy. And both believe that they're correct. The market's going to decide. And when there's a loss in confidence of the dollar, you could see tremendous rises very rapidly as people rush out of paper. Think about that. Put that in your little ticker and think about it. Crunch the numbers, whatever you think. I hope you're on the XRP train. God bless you all. Take care, and I'm out.